The Creature from the Black Lagoon. The Creature from the Black Lagoon is an adventure/horror film from 1954 about a team of anthropologists who set out to uncover the remains of what they believe to be an early human species that could breathe underwater and maybe survive on other planets. What they never expected was to find one still alive and posing a threat to them all. In the first 20 minutes of this movie, you could be forgiven for thinking that you're watching some 1950s version of Jurassic Park. It's that close. It's really close to Jurassic Park. And honestly, this movie is entertaining in so many of the same ways as Jurassic Park. It's a really fun film that postures like it's being really serious about the science.
This is the planet Earth, newly born and cooling rapidly from a temperature of 6,000 degrees.
But it's also at other times absolutely ridiculous about the science that's going on. But at no point does it ever feel like it's breaking the boundaries of this perfect, self-contained movie reality. It's pretty silly at times, and you are likely to laugh once or twice at some failures of visual storytelling. But at other times, you're likely to find yourself pretty engaged and gripped and actually caught up in some of the drama and the suspense of this movie. It gets pretty real at times, and it's pretty compelling. It's a good movie. It's mysterious at times, and it's absolutely dedicated to being entertaining. The actors all have pretty commanding presences on screen. They're all so invested in their roles, and the small dramas that play out amongst them are believable and sympathetic. I particularly love the leading woman, but these side characters are pretty great too. Some of the lesser characters can feel a little indistinct from one another, but I think they each earn their own place in this movie. You get why they do the things that they do, and you get the sense that from their own perspective, they are the main characters in the story in some way or another. The creature itself looks pretty great. Now, I'm not an expert at this. This is probably the thing I know the least about. But to me, that thing looks pretty cool. I mean, it's clearly a guy in a suit, as they say. Still, there's all these funny little details like the mouth and the gills and the way this thing swims. And especially in the context of this 1950s, horror adventure film. It's a little bit stagey, it's a little bit unreal, and in that context, you really, really buy this creature. You can really believe this thing in all of its scariness and its genuine threat to the characters, and even its weird little twisted desires. This creature has this kind of painfully unfulfillable fascination with the woman, and you kind of maybe infer that it is romantically interested in her in a way that's kind of tragic, and I guess that kind of lends this movie a little bit of depth, but that's not what this movie does well. What this movie does best is, to me, exactly the same thing that Jurassic Park does best. It compels you into a sense of absolute wonder at all of those magnificent, terrifying things to be discovered in Earth's prehistoric past. It makes you marvel at those things with little kid goggles. You feel like a little kid. I think in, present day context, this thing can seem a little bit generic, as a lot of influential movies can at times. But to me, this movie still kind of has that edge. This is a really skillfully put together little piece of entertainment that really hits the spot. So, take a little detour. Don't go watch something new. Maybe one night, instead of putting on another episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air for the 18th time, maybe try this out. It's easy to watch. It's a good time.